Success needs silence. It's a concept that's often misunderstood in a world that's louder than ever before. Everywhere you turn, there's noise, people clamoring for validation, vying for recognition, shouting their accomplishments from rooftops. But let me tell you something fundamental: the most profound growth, the most extraordinary breakthroughs, and the deepest success are born in the quiet. There's a sacred power in silence, a place where clarity resides, a space where you can hear your own voice above the din of the world. In the silence, you learn who you truly are. You discover your resilience, your determination, and your purpose. Silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. But the question is, are you willing to sit in it? Are you willing to listen? In the hustle for success, too many people lose themselves. They're chasing applause, approval, and attention. They're knocking on doors, desperate to be seen. But true success doesn't demand that you beg. It doesn't require that you shout to the world to prove your worth. Real success comes when you've done the work, quietly and diligently, away from the spotlight. It's built in those moments when no one is watching, when there are no cameras, no likes, no comments. It's in the hours you spend refining your craft, the sacrifices you make that no one else sees, and the belief you nurture deep within yourself. So many people are afraid of being overlooked, afraid that if they don't make enough noise, they won't be noticed. But here's the truth: attention is fleeting. What matters isn't how many people see you, it's what they see when they look. It's not about impressing the world, but about expressing your authentic self. And authenticity doesn't need a stage. It doesn't need validation. It needs courage. Courage to trust that what you're building in the silence will speak for itself when the time is right. Success doesn't come from chasing the spotlight. It comes from creating your own light. It's not about being the loudest voice in the room, but about being the most prepared. It's not about proving your worth to others, but knowing your worth within yourself. When you know who you are, when you're grounded in your purpose, you don't need to beg for attention. You attract it naturally, effortlessly, because the world respects the work. The world respects the results. And those results are forged in the silence. Think about nature. The most majestic things, mountains, forests, rivers, they don't shout for your attention. They simply are. Their power lies in their presence, and your power lies in yours. When you stop seeking validation from others, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters: your growth, your goals, your dreams. You stop wasting energy on what people think and start channeling that energy into becoming the best version of yourself. There will always be noise. The world will always try to distract you, to pull you in a million directions, to make you feel like you have to keep up, speak up, and show up in ways that don't align with your truth. But success requires discipline. It requires focus. And most of all, it requires silence. Silence to hear your inner wisdom, to connect with your intuition, to plan your next move with precision and intention. Don't be afraid to be quiet. Don't be afraid to let your work speak for itself. Don't be afraid to step back from the noise and trust that what you're building in the dark will shine in the light. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by announcing every step they took. They got there by taking steps, consistent, deliberate steps in the direction of their dreams. They understood that the journey isn't about being seen, it's about becoming. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't need to beg for opportunities or demand recognition. When you've done the work, when you've cultivated your skills and stayed true to your path, the opportunities will come. The recognition will come. But it will come on your terms, not because you shouted for it, but because you earned it. And that's the kind of success that lasts. That's the kind of success that matters. So stop looking around and start looking within. Stop measuring your worth by how much attention you get and start measuring it by how much progress you make. Stop worrying about being seen and start focusing on what you're creating. Because success isn't about the noise you make, it's about the impact you leave. It's about the legacy you build, not the likes you collect. The silence can be uncomfortable at first. It can feel lonely, even isolating. But in that silence, you'll find strength you didn't know you had. You'll find clarity about what truly matters to you. You'll find peace in knowing that you're on the right path, even if no one else can see it yet. And when the time comes, when you've done the work and built the foundation, the world will see. They'll see the results of your dedication, your perseverance, your patience, and it will speak louder than any words ever could. Remember, success needs silence. It needs focus. It needs you to trust the process and believe in yourself, even when no one else does. It needs you to be willing to work in the shadows, to grow in the unseen, to become in the quiet. Don't beg for attention. Don't seek validation. Just do the work. Be the work. And let your success speak for itself.